Hi, in this video I want to show you how to open up the command line window using Windows 7. Now the command line window is opened up by running an application just like anything else on Windows 7. So to get to the application you can simply go to the Start menu, All Programs, Accessories, and then near the top of the list is Command Prompt. Now, instead of doing that, what you can do is simply type in the application name, which is CMD, and it brings up the application cmd.exe. In either case, what you can do then is simply left-click and open up the command line window. Now, one thing I want to talk about briefly is that there are actually two modes, M-O-D-E-S, that you can open up a window in. The default mode is called User Mode, where you can do most of your work without having any problems. However, the other mode is called Administrator Mode, which you need to be in if you want to make any system changes. For instance, as we'll see in another video for the first part, if you want to change your date and time, you need to be in administrator mode. Now, to get into administrator mode, you need to bring up the application. So I need to go back to the Start menu, and I'm going to type CMD in the search again. And then what I'm going to do is right-click on cmd.exe. And you'll have a new option here called Run as Administrator. And when you click on that, then you get a prompt here asking if you really want to let this program run, because remember, when you're in administrator mode, you can make changes to the system. So I'm going to click yes, and we're going to have another window open, and yes, you can have two windows open, one in user mode and one in administrator mode. And to verify that you're in administrator mode, the title of the window will contain the name administrator. Now, also in a later video, I'll explain what all of this text means and what this blinking thing here is. Technically, it's called a cursor. It's letting you know where you can start typing commands in. Now, one more comment about administrator mode. Yes, as the primary user of your computer, you are considered the administrator of your computer. However, for purposes of modifying things on the computer in the command line, there is one security level above you that you need to be in this case, administrator mode. Now, there is one other way to open up a command line window, which allows you to open the command line window in a particular directory. Now, when you're using Windows, you probably already know about folders. When you're in the command line, instead of folders, you're talking about directories. So the two are interchangeable. You can have folders, you can have directories, they're equivalent. It's just that whenever you look up anything having to do with command line commands, it'll talk about directories instead of folders most of the time. So to actually open up a command line window in a specific directory, you open up a Windows Explorer window by clicking on the folders icon down on the taskbar, and you go to the particular directory that you want to open a command line window in. Now, you do have to be a little bit careful. We'll talk about how to navigate through directories later in a different part for this class. But if you want to open up things, for instance, in your Documents directory, you can't click on the Documents library. You have to actually click on the My Documents directory. So you have to go to the navigation pane, click on the triangle so that you can now see My Documents. And then you hold down the Shift key and right-click on My Documents, and a new option will show up in the list of options here, and that's called Open Command Window Here. So when you click on that, you'll get another new command line window, and you notice it now shows the line here to say Users Mark Documents. And I do want to point out right now that even though when you're using Windows, it's always talking about My Documents, the actual directory everything's being saved into is simply called Documents. So that's the end of this particular video. Hopefully it's a little bit better than my previous videos, but there will be more videos concerned with different parts of actually using the command line. So thanks for watching. We'll talk to you later.